Let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's check out the history of this. Wow, look at that draft. I picked Nick Chubb with my first pick, and then my second pick was Pat Mahomes. What in the fucking world was that? Was Pat Mahomes good that year? This has got to be, yeah, this is like current, right? No. This is that year. Oh my gosh, he was actually a monster that year. Never mind. Might have been a good pick. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to 2021. That was 2020. Champion, Ferdinand Smirnov. Second place, strong side, Frank. Frank's just a dominant guy. He's got the notebook. He has his stuff planned out by February. He's already cooking up a team. He's scouting players who aren't even in Pop Warner yet for his team 10 years from now. Frank's just that guy. Frank also won it in 2021. Came back after finishing runner-up to take over the league and win it all. Let's check how that draft went. Who was my first pick? Najee. Wow. Actually, no, Najee was gross this year. I think I had Cup too. Yeah, Cup was gross that year too. My picks were Najee, DK. Who went first overall? McCaffrey went first overall in back-to-back year. He might be first overall every year of my league, actually. Dalvin Cook second overall is crazy. Kamara, Barkley, Kelsey went fifth. Zeke went sixth. Gonk the poor job. Jim, what the fuck? Jim got kicked out of the league. He never changes his lineup, so I can't take it anymore with him. So we mutually agreed to part ways. Not mutually, because I never texted him to let him know he was gone. But he's gone. Who did I pick? Then Cup, and then I went Josh Jacobs, and then Russ. I went Russ. Who was still there? Like that I went Russ. I went Russ fifth round. Then Robbie Anderson. Buccaneers, D, Odell, Justin Tucker, Jonnu, Elijah Moore, Jamal Williams, Pollard, Reagor, Komet, and Cobb. What was my record that year? My team had to be horrible in 21. Show full standings. Oh, it was 7-7. I thought it was gonna be something like really bad, but it wasn't that bad. I was 7-7. Frank was like the only really good team that year. I mean, Denver's team was actually pretty good too. He had a lot of points. All right, that's 2021, dude. Frank, shout out you, brother. Great win. 2022. Oh, this is the DeMar Hamlin year. This was the DeMar Hamlin year, so there is technically an asterisk against this. Let's see if I could pull it up. View scoreboard for the winners bracket. This was a championship match box score. So technically, the history books will have Nick as the winner. However, there will be an asterisk next to his name. This was the DeMar Hamlin game when that game just ended and they never ended up playing, and Pat still had Burrow, Diggs, and Higgins, so he was down 13 points. There was no chance he was losing that matchup. But on technicality, Nick did win it. Shout out to Mar, man. That was pretty crazy. That was insane. What did I? Oh my god, I was 4-10. Let's check my draft in 22. How bad was it? I went Cup second overall. How did he do that year? I mean, the first two games, that was great. And then he just got injured the rest of the year. How did I go 4-10, dude? Who did I pick? I went Cup, Kelsey, Saquon, J.K. Dobbins, oh my god, that's why. My team was so ass because Gabe Davis was horrible, and so was J.K. Dobbins. Then I went Elijah Moore again. And then I picked Rodgers as my QB. Hopkins. I think Hopkins was suspended that year, right? Yeah, he was suspended. So that was a sneaky little good pick. But my team was already probably out of it at that point. Rookie year, Dameon Pierce was actually he was a decent pick. Could have been a little better. I think actually because of Dameon Pierce, there's a game this year. Let's see. Let's go back to it. It was a Thursday night game. I don't think it's going to tell. This game right here, dude. Look at that game. He had 27 carries for 139 yards, and he only put up 13 points. That's when I knew that running backs needed a little bit of adjustment in the scoring. That is insane. How do you rush for 27 times for 100 and almost 40 yards, and you have 13 points? That was when I knew I had to make a change. Went to Saints D, Julio, Devontae, Trey Lance, Chris Boswell, Robert Tonyan, and Gainwell. That's probably why I went fucking 4-10. Who won it that year? Oh, that was technicality year. Didn't forget. Look at Zach. Has Zach been on the... No, he's only been on the pedestal. He's only been on the pedestal once. On the podium once, I mean, what? And then last year, this was a crazy year. Christian came out on top. And he went 7-7. He just made a run. He just ran. Let's actually check that. Yeah, his team, I don't remember who he had, but his team just showed up. He had Kyron had 38 points in the final. How are you stopping that? Who else did he have? He had Amon-Ra. Dude, Denver didn't have Amon-Ra that year. Maybe if he had Amon-Ra, things would have been different. He did pick Kupp that year, and he kind of got screwed because Kupp was injured throughout most of it. Didn't play that well. Who else did he had? JT. Even his bench. Who was his bench? Yeah, his bench was His bench was okay. 7-7 for a champ. That's got to be... It's got to be the best winner of all time. Where did I go that year? 8-6. I went 8-6. Oh my god, I had 68 points. Wait, that was the winner's consolation round. Let's see. Round 1. Yeah, I got... Dude, who was my team that we got destroyed this bad? We didn't even put up a fight. Oh my gosh. Trevor Lawrence, Tony Pollard, Jahmyr Gibbs, Garrett Wilson, Jamar. Pretty sure I traded for Jamar. I mean, wow, that team is horrible. Oh my gosh. My team was horrible that year. Not horrible, but did not work out. Who did I draft? Let's take a look at the draft. What was going on in that draft? Draft recap in 23. Like I said the other night, Garrett Wilson was always the... I went Tony Pollard as my first running back. Then I picked Hurts, then Gibbs, and then Jerry Jeudy, and then Pacheco, and then Pickens, and then Higbee, and then B-Rob, and then Jacoby, and then... why does Elijah Moore keep popping up in my team? I do have his jersey. Maybe that's why I didn't really like him. I was hoping it worked out in New York for him, but it just didn't. Elijah Mitchell, Graham Cano, Anthony Richardson. I picked Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Mingo. I mean, these drafts have been horrible. I guess the cool thing as of right now is there hasn't been a repeat winner. There could be this year, though, except for Mike. Every other team has a chance to... COVID season league history. Okay, I think that's because I started it during COVID. Or this league during COVID, so that's why it's called COVID season. But now it's called DirtyBall. That's the history of the league. The history of one of the greatest leagues. Who will be next to place their name in the history books forever and on that trophy? Haven't ordered the trophy yet. Just going to wait till the end of the season so I can just update it with the new winner. Instead of ordering it now or ordering it weeks ago, which I should have just done. But, alright, it's the history of the league.